Today, Southern Miss Baseball set a new program record with 4 players taken in the first 10 rounds of the MLB First-Year Player Draft. USM also extending its streak of players selected in the first 4 rounds, dating back to 2017. This year, it's Tanner Hall. In the 4th round, the unanimous All-American going 114th overall to the Minnesota Twins, and that's been a pretty good landing spot for the Golden Eagles in the past, with USM home run king Matt Wallner having already reached the majors and Brian Dozier making the 2015 AL All-Star team. Last month, Hall became USM's first ever Gold Glove winner and winning Sun Belt Pitcher of the Year. Hall was dominant in 2023, posting a record of 12-4 to go along with a 2.48 ERA across 112 and a third innings pitched and a .207 opponent batting average, all career highs. The junior right-hander also punching 124 tickets, giving him 302 for his Southern Miss career. Last month, Hall attended the MLB Draft Combine. 3 rounds later, Southern Miss pitcher Justin Steele drafted in the 7th round, 203 overall by the Miami Marlins, who have an incredible track record of identifying and developing arm talent. Steele also coming off an All-American campaign in 2023, receiving 3rd-team honors courtesy of the American Baseball Coaches Association and Rawlings. This season, the junior lefty was a shutdown closer for USM, recording 8 saves that go along with a 2.36 ERA and 72 strikeouts across 45 2/3 innings. He got even better in the postseason with a 1.04 ERA and 23 Ks in 17+ innings. Steele is the first Southern Miss player to be picked by the Marlins since Taylor Braley in 2017. In the 8th round, USM shortstop Dustin Dickerson getting the call from the Kansas City Royals at 229 overall. The junior has always been slick up the middle, but Dickerson finally unlocking that power swing, hitting 11 of his 13 career home runs this season, turning himself into a true 5-tool prospect. Dickerson hitting at least .320 each of the last 2 years to go along with 45 doubles and 20 stolen bases during that stretch. In 2023, his .328 batting average, 11 homers, and 52 RBI, all career highs, and getting hot at the right time with 8 of those long balls coming across USM's final 14 games. Last but not least, Southern Miss outfielder Matthew Etzel getting picked in the 10th round by the Baltimore Orioles with the 301st overall pick. Like Hall, Etzel also taking part in last month's MLB Draft Combine, following his lone season in Hattiesburg, in which he played all 66 games with a .317 batting average. The top-of-the-order bat also causing havoc on the bases with 23 steals, the most at USM since 1998. His team-leading 90 hits are also the most since Dylan Bordeaux led the nation in that category back in 2017. Etzel adding 17 doubles, 3 triples, that's tied for the team lead, 7 home runs, and 51 RBI. Now, Southern Miss and Ole Miss tied for the 10th most players selected through the first 2 days of the draft. For the Rebels, it's Jacob Gonzalez and Calvin Harris, both going to the White Sox in the 1st and 4th rounds respectively. Kemp Alderman going to the Marlins in the 2nd round, and then Jack Doherty to the Twins in the 9th. Moving on to Mississippi State, 2 selections so far. Colton Ledbetter to the Rays in the 2nd round, and Cade Smith to the Yankees in the 6th. Some other local ties, starting with Southern Miss transfer Hurston Waldrop, who just played in the National Championship Series with Florida, going 24th overall to the Braves, and then Pearl River Community College alum Bryson Ware going to the Phillies in the 9th round out of Auburn. In less than 24 hours, George County alum Justin Steele will be taking part in his first ever MLB All-Star game as a pitcher for the Chicago Cubs. Now, during my Midwest vacation, I was able to catch up with the former Rebel in Milwaukee following his final start before the break. Pride of Lucedale heads into All-Star Weekend with the league's 4th best ERA, and that mark of 2.56 good for 2nd best in the National League. In the aforementioned Wednesday night game against the Brewers, Steele posting his 11th quality start of the year in what turned out to be a 4-3 comeback win over the Brewers, which he calls his favorite win of the season. Right after that 3-run 9th inning rally, I asked Steele about a support system back in the SIP, and he sends all the love right back to the coast.
It's been awesome. The amount of support I'm getting from back home has been tremendous. You know, my heart's always there, and it just means the world to me. I'm really speechless. You know, just I know they're proud, and I know they're watching all the time, and it just means the world to me, and my heart's always there. Kind of seemed like we weren't done. You know, I felt like that was just a good team win. That those are the kind of wins. Like, I think that might have been my favorite win of this season. Like, that was awesome.
I also talked to a few former Biloxi Shuckers prior to the game, and we'll feature their stories to the show in the coming days.